Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for your 5 talking points for the Manchester United versus Crystal Palace game, where Manchester United unfortunately lost by 1-0 with a brilliant goal from Joachim Andersen, the Crystal Palace centre back, from a free kick. As a ball whipped in, he was at the back, not really being marked, and yeah, brilliant shot. You can't take it away from him. It was a good goal. But it's such a shame he couldn't have defended it better, or at least went on for well, we pushed and pushed and pushed. Unfortunately, Palace got their tactics right on Roy Hudson. But yeah, I mean, another defeat in the Premier League at Old Trafford. It's mad. Last season we only lost one Premier League game there. And we're 7 games into the Premier League now, and 7 or 8. And we've lost 2 games at Old Trafford. I mean, it's not the best. It's not the best. So this goes to show. I don't know what it is with Manchester United, though. Is it the players that we have at the moment? Is Ten Hag getting his tactics wrong? Or is it the injuries? And I never use injuries as an excuse. It's there. Other teams use injuries as excuses, and they only have 3 or 4, 2 even. We have more. We have double figures, I'd say, of injuries. So, yeah, I worry about Manchester United, because when you think that we're turning a corner, like last weekend we beat Burnley 1-0, scrappy do. It was one of those just smash and grab, say nothing. And then we went and played Palace in the Carabao Cup again at Old Trafford, and we beat them, I think it was 3-0. So I didn't have to think there, because we beat them 3-0. And yeah, I mean, wasn't great after that it wasn't great, because then we didn't play a full force team, neither did Crystal Palace, by the way, still. And then we go and lose the game on Saturday. You know what I mean? And obviously that's one thing I hate about playing teams twice in the same week, because I don't know, you just have to do some go defend, basically just agitate us. And Manchester United, when we get agitated, we're gonna keep hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting, but it's not gonna work as much. So yeah, I mean, we'll go through the stats here as well, actually, before we get stuck into the 5 talking points. Manchester United had 19 shots, while Crystal Palace had 8. Man United 4 shots on target, Crystal Palace 2. Manchester United had a 77.1% possession to Crystal Palace's 22.9%. Manchester United's passing was 88%, Crystal Palace 66.2%. Aerial duels 45.5%, Manchester United, Crystal Palace 54.5%. 10 fouls United, 8 fouls Palace. We had 2 clear-cut chances, while Palace had 1. I mean, yeah. I mean, you look at them shots on target. On the shots, we had 9 shots on Tuesday. 9 shots, and we got 3 goals. And we can't do that. We're a better team. We're Rashford on the pitch, Rasmus on the pitch, Bruno on the pitch. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And this is where this is a bit it's a worrying time. But I back the manager. But talking point number one is Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford. What is going on with Rashford at the moment? And it's a question I'm asking, and no one can answer. No, I don't even think Ten Hag could answer it if I asked him, or Rashford himself. So, Rashford at the moment, since the very first game of the season, he wasn't great. He wasn't great. So, but I just thought, really slow start. But he hasn't seemed to improve a lot, Marcus Rashford. And he's gone back into that bad form, and that's what worried me. That's what worried me last season. When the season was done, I thought this could be Rashford's uprise, or it could just be one of them. Like Manchester United, momentum was going, and then bang. That's what I say. That's what I say. But like in all seriousness, don't know what that was. I think that was Rashford. In all seriousness, though, I feel like Ten Hag sooner rather than later will probably turn around and say, "Listen, Rashford, if you don't, I don't know, step up and add something different to your game that'll work and make you be a better player, I will have to drop you. I don't want to, but I'll have to do it." So, do I think Ten Hag will drop Rashford for Tuesday's game against Galatasaray? No, yeah, Galatasaray in the Prem. Oh, in the Prem? In the Champions League. No. I don't think he will. I don't think... Does Ten Hag have the nerve? I would. And now if they're saying yeah, I want to say no. So I'm just going to show him a bit. Like, listen, I love Marcus Rashford and I really like him. And when he's good, he's good. So... But when he's bad, he's bad. Just like Manchester United themselves, you know what I mean? When we're good, we're good. When we're bad, we're bad. When we're having one of those days, it's one of them days. Nothing's going to change, And you just, I don't know. I don't hate Rashford. So anyone watching this is saying, oh, he has this against Rashford, isn't it? I have nothing against Marcus Rashford. Just worry, and I want him to improve. That's all I want. Improve. That's not a lot. Not a lot. So if Rashford can do that, who knows? Who knows? But at the moment, it's a worry. And even against Brighton, Palace, he just wasn't getting past Ward, and he just when he shoots, he passes, and when he passes, when he has to shoot, he passes, and when he has to pass, he shoots. Agitating Rashford. Some people call him selfish. I just say bad decision making from Marcus Rashford. But defenders are just starting to get on to him. They're not running to him. They're just waiting. Then as soon as he gets close to them, bang, stick a foot in. That's that. So you hope that he can improve soon. But yeah, let us know what you think in the comment thread. Marcus Rashford, would you drop him for the next game, or do you think he'll have to play through this he'll have to play to get his form back? Let us know in the comments below. Talking point number 2, Amrabat is needed in the midfield. Again, Palace goal was not because of how bad our midfield was. No. But Amrabat left back, he doesn't do a bad job there, right? Wouldn't say he done so great against Palace. on Saturday, but he didn't do bad either. And he's playing left back, so you can't really be as harsh on the bloke. But still, he said he'd play anywhere with goalkeeper. He literally probably played everywhere. So yeah, what was it, quarterback or something like that? Not too sure. But yeah, no, I just feel like if we don't get Amrabat in the mid, like listen, Reguilon should be back for the game against Galatasaray on Tuesday, I think. Okay, I haven't got that from any brilliant top class sources, but he should be anyway. So that leaves us down with the back four of Reguilon, Varane, Lindelof, and Velo. Then you have that Amrabat and Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. That should be that. Like Ten Hag is going to go strong on Tuesday. He's not going to go back to his Hannibal Mejbri and his, he mightn't even go back to his Pelistri or his Anthony Martial. You're not going to see a Dan Gore come on or Harry Maguire or Johnny Evans. You're not going to see that. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's a bit of a because personally, like, look at Anthony, he'll be back fairly soon. So if he's back soon, then Ten Hag has the choice to drop Rashford in. He can say, right, we can just play Garnacho and Garnacho on the left, Anthony on the right, and Rasmus striker. That's all he can do. I can even play Martial if I need it. But it'll be Rasmus for me anyway. But yeah, I mean, even looked at it again. Palace kind of ran through our midfield yesterday. Mason Mount is not at the end. Mason Mount is not a good player. I don't know what's wrong with him. He played well against Palace on Tuesday in the Carabao Cup. We thought, okay, I like this Mason Mount. All right, nice. And then it was back to the same old Mason Mount. Now, listen, I know some people would say, he's only back from injury, give him a break. And I am. But I'm just saying, so far, he's not a good player. Manchester United. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, you hope that we can see an improvement very, very soon. But yeah, I mean, Palace again just ran through that midfield. That's the thing about teams. They don't beat us in the wings, as I like to call them, the flanks. They just say, right, let's just go down there. And that's that. Because that's the only way we're going to. That's the only way we can be. And that's where our weakness. And they haven't got lead yet. So let's just run at them. Manchester United don't like when teams run at them. They hesitate. They don't go forward, they go backwards. The more you go back, the more pressure you put on yourself. And that's what I hate. So if you have Amrabat in there who doesn't get past, you can't, he's a player that you don't get past easily. You need to have him in there. So yeah, Amrabat needed in the midfield. Do you disagree? You don't have to be a rocket scientist. It's not rocket science. Garnacho impact. Again, Ten Hag dropped him yesterday. Well, I wouldn't say dropped him, but he didn't play him yesterday. And dropped him to the bench. I don't know why. No disrespect to Pelistri and all, but Garnacho is a better player. But Pelistri, right? For a player of his age, he's decent. He's got a lot more game time than I'm sure he's expected to get, and that might limit when Anthony's back. So we mightn't see Pelistri play a lot more. But all right, you don't need Pelistri. I know this is not a talking point about Pelistri, but Pelistri doing okay yesterday. The thing that agitates me is he gets knocked off the ball too easy, and he runs into trouble, and then unfortunately that trouble still goes. So yeah, but Garnacho when he came on was brilliant. He was on the left. He took off Pelistri. Garnacho came on. Garnacho went on the left, then Rashford on the right, and then obviously Rasmus was in the middle. So I don't know why Ten Hag drops him. I mean, I really don't know why. But when Anthony's back, you might see more of Garnacho. But yeah, I mean, Garnacho was he's like, you don't know what to expect from him. He's only 18 years of age. I'm sure some teams look up and say, yeah, 18, yeah, it's gonna be easy. It's not. He's a brilliant player, Garnacho, and when he comes on, he does a lot of brilliant things. When he came on, he looked more of a threat because he runs at players. He's aggressive. When he loses it, he wants it back. Alejandro Garnacho has to be playing more for Manchester United if we want to start winning football matches. And again, that's a question I'm going to ask you before I move on to talk about number 4. Do you think Alejandro Garnacho should play more often? Should he be Ten Hag starter? I think he should, personally. Just love the way he plays football, the way he runs at players, his skills. He's not easy to tackle either. But Alejandro Garnacho impact. That was talking point number 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to talk about number 4. Poor decision making. Poor decision making. I mean, again, before we went to goal down, we were playing decent. Decision making was going decent. Now, when I'm talking about decision making, I'm not on about VAR because we should have had a penalty. Some say Shaw should have had it, but I'm on about Manchester United. Our passing when we're losing, like Manchester United are losing, they hate it because you don't know what to do. You don't look comfortable, and I am not confident. When my team is a goal down, and they're going forward, I have no faith in them going forward. I have no confidence in them. I'm just like, yeah, I'm probably going to get a chance here, but I just don't, which is not good. Because that's what I'm saying. Something needs to change, and maybe Anthony come back could be a good thing. I don't know. Who knows? But that's just my thing. I mean, that's just what I think of it. That's my kind of poor decision making again. I mean, there's a ball over the top, and then I think give it to him. No, I mean, what was yesterday? We were going down, and I think we gave it. I think it was Rashford beside him, and I don't know what I don't know what it was, but it was so annoying. And even the corners, you think take the corner, whip the corner in. You go short. Short corners are bad. We might as well not even just take corners. Now, I'm sure the players know, we're shy at taking corners, but set piece coach, what are you doing? Do you turn up? Turn up! This is the 4 talking points video, so I'm calling out someone. But seriously, let us know in the comments what you think of Manchester United's decision making. I personally think it's poor. I know I have no proof to back it up, but look at the recent games. Look at Palace. With 5 minutes to spare, it's just like Old Trafford just closes in on Manchester United. Then they're like, shit. So that pitch is a big pitch. Manchester United maybe look tiny. But and number 5, slow United. Yeah. I mean, we are slow, aren't we? We're not quick with the ball. You look at Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal, if I have mentioned them already. They're quick. They're very, very quick. They have overlapping fullbacks. Midfield stays where it is in good positions. You don't see them overlapping a lot. They're quick. Manchester United, say, we whip the ball out to Garnacho or Rashford. We whip the ball out to Rashford. And instead of him giving it to Bruno, who's on the edge, free, he goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. You can give that ball to Bruno. Bruno can give it to, I don't know, a Mount. We have to be quick. And we were like that. We were actually quick last season. We're not quick enough. Like, you look at the game against Palace on Tuesday. Quick. The Garnacho goal. Dalot. Bang. Across to Garnacho. Corner. In. Bang. The third goal. Casemiro. In. Bang. That's quick. And when we're quick, we're good. But we weren't quick. And we were slow. And if we keep playing slow football, we are not going to get any goals nor points. Wins. You can say goodbye to Manchester United winning games. So, it is ridiculous. And, let us know what you think. Is it slow United? But they'd want to improve on decision making and slow. We're just slow. Like the ball is, they're going out moving the ball slow enough. Like you have, like yesterday was Pellistri, and then Dalot, Dalot, Bruno, Bruno, Rasmus, Rashford. No, Dalot, Rashford, you know what I mean? It's just slow football. And that's why teams are like, this is easy. But if you're quick, they're like, oh, I can't cope. But yeah, that's just my opinion, you know. But yeah, that was the 5 talking points you spoke about. You spoke about Marcus Rashford, Amrabat needed in the midfield, Garnacho impact, poor decision making, and slow United. That is what we talked about. Now I want to talk about Erik ten Hag. Hit me all you want. If you want him out, you're a clown. Why? How long did it take Liverpool to become a brilliant team when Jurgen Klopp came in? It wasn't easy, was it? It didn't just all of a sudden happen in a season. Or if you had improvements, but still. City, it's all about the money. I mean, if we had owners like City, we'd be laughing at the moment, but we're not. Arsenal, how long did it take them to become a good team? To become a good team again, you know, under Arteta. Good few years. A lot of Arsenal fans were like, oh, Arteta out. I know I despise Arsenal. I hate them with a passion. But they just realised in the end, okay, we were wrong. Arteta is a good, decent manager. And he is. And I hate to say it, but he is. So I just hope that I don't want to see Ten Hag. You have to back him. Trust the process. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a sticky situation at the moment, and it's not enjoyable. But by sacking Ten Hag, what's it gonna result? You bring in a manager who plays good football. You know, you bring in a manager who has a manager bounce for a few weeks, and then boom, back to normality. And then we're like, shit, we could have had Ten Hag. He whacks on things like Antonio Conte, who's free at the moment, who's not managing the team. I think you bring him in. He plays decent. He's played well. His top class so-called football for a few games, and then boom, he can't rebuild the team. Ten Hag came into Ajax, similar to like this, wasn't a great start. You know what I mean? I know last season, I know we're not as great as we were last season, but honeymoon period. Tottenham are having it at the moment. Honeymoon period. The way Tottenham are playing at the moment is like the way we were last season. So, yeah, honeymoon period is done. And that's where you have to back the manager. You know, we all said, when Liverpool beat us 7-0 and City beat us 6-3 and Arsenal even beat us and all that, and we were getting our hammerings. Back Ten Hag. I back Ten Hag. Two-faced. Why? Back him. Back him for as much. Just back him for as much more as you can. Okay? Just please back him as much more as you can. I mean, you might be rival fans looking at me saying, yeah, keep Ten Hag, he's great. But seriously, when Ten Hag gets the full squad back, and if we do hopefully get Qatar owners in, it's going to be brilliant. So just stick with him. It's not like he has a full force team, no injuries, fully fit, and he has new owners. Manchester United at the moment is a mess. It's a mess, even when we win. But it's funny, when we win games, Ten Hag, you're great. Best manager in the world. That's my manager. We lose, get him gone. Two-faced. And he shouldn't be supporting Manchester United. But yeah, that has been the 5 talking points for the game against Crystal Palace. Back to square one. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, speak to you all in the next one on Monday for the preview for the Man United vs Galatasaray preview. And yeah, we'll have watch along Tuesday. But until then, speak to you all next one, Reds. Have a good one. Like, comment, and subscribe.